Over the weekend, the nation lost another hard-working, caring physician. Dr. Baldomino Barboza is just the latest of 5 people from his Orange Walk neighborhood who have succumbed to the virus. A reality that clearly illustrates how widespread and devastating the virus has become in the north.
It has been very, very difficult. It was very fast. Uh, let's say in less than 2 weeks, this he started to present symptoms, and of course, all of us sometimes think that the other person is going to be able to cope with it and that everything will be okay. Um, but he started to have some breathing difficulties, and then we started to see that was not really looking as how we all wanted. Um, but um, uh, it has been really a big loss for us.
Throughout his career, Barboza had been part of the executive of the Belize Medical and Dental Association. He was also the director and regional manager of the northern part of the country. It was in that role that he made quite a few improvements in the public sector, strides for which he's not likely to be forgotten.
Actually, he was just working right now at the private, but he had a long history of working at the public sector. Okay, so that really gave him, I would say, the expertise and the experience of treating all types of patients with respect to internal medicine.
And among those at the clinic feeling the loss are the nursing staff whom Barboza supervised. This afternoon, one of those nurses, Patricia Pena, told us that Barboza was more than just their boss.
Dr. Barboza, especially for us here at Northern Medical Plaza, he was a big doctor. What could I say? Especially for nursing, he was the one in charge of the emergency department, in which he performed a very, very good job. All the nurses would we enjoy working with him. Most of the time he spent there at nursing. With his patient, he was loving. He will always find a solution for his patients. Whenever the patient lived, he attend to them, the patient will go satisfied. Doctor will always find a solution for the problem. What we could say, I'm talking on all the nurses, he was there for all of us. Whenever you have a problem, he will find a solution. He will hear your problems. He will be there for you. And I'm talking of each of us individually. You could go, he will tell you, come to my office. You will sit there with him. If you want to talk, he will be there to hear you.
And while he showed an uncanny reserve of compassion, he also had a passion for the past. As a young boy, Barboza would visit a grandfather who lived in Libertad village. While there, he delighted in learning about medicinal plants and home remedies. And that spark could have very well kick-started his journey into medicine.
His profession as a medical practitioner, of course, might have sparked that interest to know different forms of medicinal practices that were around in history. Because this indigenous knowledge that was passed on to him from his grandfather is no to us, we know it as our heritage. That's part of our heritage. All of the contributions that he has made throughout, all of the knowledge that he has shared with us, all of the sincerity, that is something that we will miss, because he would always contribute. We often value the input of our elders because we are young. There's a lot that we don't know about our heritage, and it's the elders that we depend on to teach us and to help us to learn our heritage correctly so that we may preserve it and in turn teach it to others.
In later years, Barboza became that wise old elder, and while he couldn't have known he'd be swept away by the pandemic, he seems to have made sure to leave a legacy. Cherise Halsall, 7 News.